Peace, family. I don't know if you missed me or if you didn't. Hold up 1 second. I need to take this off Bluetooth. Peace, family. I don't know if you missed me or not, but I'm here. I'm doing well. And I hope you're doing well also. Family. Now, I'm just coming to touch bases with you, family. In fact, I'm just checking in. Anybody checking in with me? Family, I got a lecture tomorrow. It's going to be an amazing day tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be an amazing day. I'm going to be at the Temple of New African Thought tomorrow, giving this lecture. It's a well-needed lecture, family. This is not one of them lectures where I'm trying to. So the lecture is called, I'm out here grassrooting it. The lecture is called Unveiling Islam, Pan-African Empowerment for the Coming, African Tradition, for the coming of Pan-African empowerment. And I'm not one of them people that is going to be trying to justify Islam in some of the ways that I've seen proclaimed scholars have done in the past. Especially, they subscribe to Islam, and whichever way that they subscribe to it, they would try to justify some of the atrocities perpetrated under Islam. That ain't what I'm gonna be doing. That ain't what I'm gonna be doing. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be breaking up the lie that many people believe that Islam is not African and that it has nothing to do with African spirituality, that is just another, as they would like to call it, Abrahamic religion or tradition. And I'm going to break all of that up. I'm going to break it all up because those are European narratives. I'm going to break it all up. See, when you see me, you see the epitome of one who is being themselves. And what has led me to be myself was discover a spirituality that I didn't even know exists. I discovered a history that I didn't know exists. Most scholars, I've come to see, most scholars repeat narratives and call it scholarship. Well, that's not what I'm going to be doing, family. That's not what I'm going to be doing. That's not what I'm going to be doing. What I'm going to be doing is breaking down the old world and bringing it up to the new world. In other words, the old world when we knew who we were, when we build off of the principle of our divine intention and spirit. And then the new world where somebody put a Mickey in the drink and shuffled the deck and threw the deck on the floor, and now we're just grabbing any cards and thinking that we got a full deck. I'm gonna break this thing down so plain, so plain. I've been listening to the last few weeks. I've been listening to other scholars to try to explain who Muhammad was. Nope, somebody, and I'm glad you say that. More is not a European term. Can I explain this? This is what I'm going to be breaking down at the lecture. This is what I'm going to be breaking down at the lecture. Hold up, fam. Let me go and do this. So this is what I'm going to be breaking down at the lecture. I'm glad that you asked. And ask me some questions. That's good. So let me get out the car real quick. I said, is more a European term? No, more is not a European term. More is a term that comes from the word in the English text. It would be Mauri. It's a derivative of the word Maori in the English text. And the history is recorded that when the historian Strabo, yes, he's European descent, when the historian Strabo came to, let me get out of here. When the historian, I'm going up in T9. Y'all, come on, walk with me. Walk with me. Walk with me real quick. You know what I mean? When the historian Strabo, we're going up and see how quick. This is where I'm gonna be at, family. This is where I'm gonna be at. Make sure y'all can see me. In fact, family, let me turn it around. Let me show y'all what I'm gonna be at. Let me show y'all. Can y'all hear me? This is where I'm gonna be at. Right here. Family, if you're in Baltimore, DC, Philadelphia, I'm telling you, come on out. It's gonna be nice. Beautiful food. Let me clean my lens off. I'm gonna answer your question in a minute. My lens. All right, that's better. Oh, look, I'm on the screen right there. I'm on the screen. So look, so it's gonna be beautiful, family. I'm telling you, I'm not going to be justifying foolishness. Let me see if I can hold on. See if I can hold my phone right. 1 second. Hold on. Try to hold my phone right. So again, I'm not going to be justifying no atrocities of Islam, but let me get to the answer to the question. Let me show y'all real quick. We're going to be here between 6 to 8. So if you're in the Baltimore, DC, I'm telling you, fam, this is going to be one of them lectures. This is going to, man, you got to bring your pen, you got to bring your paper. I'm telling you, this is going to be I'm going to be doing some groundbreaking stuff. I'm going to be saying stuff that people are aware of, but I'm going to say some stuff and teach some stuff that people is going to be surprised, but it'll be right here. And this is TNAT, a Temple of New African Thought, Wholeness, Wellness Center. In the back is the restaurant, Diasporian, Jamaican and American fusion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we got some crystals for y'all too, some quartz. But yeah, but anyway, let me get with you real quick. Y'all can hear me? Let me get with you. I'm gonna use this right here as a stand. Oh, in fact, maybe I can show y'all some food. Maybe, I want y'all to learn, family. I want y'all to learn. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna sit myself right here. Hey, how you doing? Uh-oh. The policeman is on the premises. Now he's going into the restaurant. Family, this is gonna be a beautiful demonstration, family. Oh yeah. I'm going to do the lectures. I gotta start somewhere. So first I gotta show the unity between us as a people. I'm gonna be doing lectures here all the way into October. You know what I mean? But let me see. Let me note that. You say do lectures on. Let me see. You say do lectures. You said do lectures about issues in antiquity as the current state of African descent. Oh yeah, that's what this lecture is going to be about. This lecture here is going to take us back and it's going to bring us all the way forward. You know what I mean? This lecture is going to take us back and bring us all the way forward. But let me get to the term more. Somebody asked about the term more. Can y'all hear me right? Press the 7 if y'all can hear me good. Can y'all hear me good? I don't want to be talking if y'all can't hear me good. All right. So the guy asked about the term more. So when the European came to North Africa, one of the traveling Europeans named Strabo. Okay, cool. One of the Europeans named Strabo that traveled to North Africa, he ran into a people, and this group of people, this tribe was called the Moorish tribe. Now, the Moorish tribe he described as black people. Now, that's a descriptive term. You understand what I'm saying? That's a descriptive term. So what he's saying is that when he's seen these people, they were black skinned. You know what I mean? But the tribe in which they identified with was the Moorish tribe, hence the term Moor. Now, the Moorish tribe, the name actually represents the more means those who went west. Do you follow me? And so the tradition in the Maori tribe is that their ancestors traveled from Lower Egypt, Upper Egypt, and they traveled all the way from Northeast Africa, and what they like to call the Middle East today. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna deal with that in this lecture too. And so, but what Europeans did, now the science and of how they flipped it, what Europeans did, they took that Strabo says that the Maori people were black people. And then they began to define the term Moor meaning black. When Moor don't mean black, Moor means Westerner. Oh yeah, he said don't give the info away before the lecture, GS. No. This has nothing to do with the lecture. I'm only describing, but I'm gonna be having elements of this conversation. I ain't even gonna talk about Moors. I ain't even talking about Moors in this conversation. I'm gonna connect the dots. Do you know what I'm saying? But one of the dots that I'm connecting is that the people that went west. Do you know what I'm saying? And not only went west, the people that went west, who they were before they went west, and so I'm gonna break that down too. So one of the things is that the reason why people be purchasing hope is because they don't know who they are. They don't know who they are. Lost people will purchase overpriced hope. They just will. This is why you can have a moist lips sell people anything. Like he can sell people anything. Like literally anything. You know what I mean? He sell people anything. But when you know who you are, like nobody can play these games. Nobody can play these games. Once you know who you are, nobody can play these games because without a doubt a contradiction that a museum is not going to save a people. A museum is not even going to awaken a people who haven't changed their way of thinking to even be wanting to go to the museum. Like even the information that I'll be dispensing, it won't help nobody until it resonates with them and they're able to apply and see themselves in the information and then develop themselves into the next level. But if you just get information and you don't see the benefit of the information, then the information is just information. So you can resurrect towns, you can resurrect museums, you can do whatever you want. But what people don't understand is like, you take Umar Johnson, for example. He's been putting out about this school since 2010. Now, if you don't have the people that are in the state of mind to even embrace the idea, just say if it was legit, to even embrace the idea that we need to educate ourselves, then it doesn't make a difference if you build a school or not. And now with Umar's situation, because he has been milking this school thing since 2010, most people don't even believe in it in the first place. Now in the beginning, people may believed in it and when they supported it, and that's how we got this far. But as time has went on, most people don't believe it anyway. The last few that's holding on, they're just holding on to that high price hope that I named in this title. They're just holding on to the high price hope. That's it. They're just holding on to the high price hope. So at the end of the day, the mind have to be rewired. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of what we repeat, even the most strongest proponents of independence of our people, even the most militant, many of the narratives they repeat is European narratives, many of it. And so when I come with my rendition of my understanding, they feel like I am the enemy because they never heard it put this way. They never heard it put this way. You know what I'm saying? When I begin to break down Islam, there's no way humanly possible you'll be able to interpret what I'm talking about to protect, defend, or justify the Pale Arab atrocities. There's no way you'll be able to do that. There's no way you'll be able to do that. In fact, I don't even be tripping off what other groups have done in the past that continue to do those things today. I don't even trip off that. Like, it don't surprise me that an Arab Muslim is right down the street selling cigarettes and alcohol, but they claim that they don't, that is haram. It don't surprise me. It don't surprise me. Listen, I've been doing home improvement or what you call it, handyman, property manager, whatever, for over 15 years, probably close to 20, here in Baltimore City, right? Now, I done went and proclaimed Muslim houses from Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, with Christmas trees in the houses. You know what I mean? And they say they can have, they justify that in America because they don't want their children to feel left out. And they also say that, well, Jesus is a prophet. You know what I mean? So we can celebrate it too. And so they shuffle the decks too. So it doesn't surprise me that people that have been oppressing a group of people for thousands of years continue to do the same thing. My objective is to enlighten the people that have been oppressed so they can see that they ain't even got to trip off that. All we got to do is focus on us and game over. It's like that little meme where people are sitting, the table is sitting on the backs of Africans and the Africans jump up and the table shake. That's what that unity is all about. See, but when I come in and I say, well, you know, reparations, the California reparations thing, it seemed a little bit off. It doesn't seem to be right and exact. People say, oh, you don't want reparations, you helping the white man. No, I'm saying we need to redirect. We need to think. We need to think a little bit better. We're not thinking that if someone gives you, let me say this. If you have one that produces oppressive situations, right? You can't expect them to give you the answer to come out of the oppressive situation. You're gonna have to do that yourself. The brother, and Prophet Noble Drew Ali speaks to it too, the Negro problem. You mean the Negro problem? The Negro problem is ours. It's not nobody else's. It's our problem. We gotta fix it. That's why Moorish World TV is always people say, well, why are you always talking about black people? Why are you always talking about us? What about the no. The Negro problem is ours. No one can do anything to us if we don't allow it. It's time for us to wake up. And so this lecture that I'm gonna be doing, it's gonna take us all the way back. It's going to take us all the way back and bring us all the way forward. You know, I'm telling you, bring your pens, bring your family. You know, family's going to be in here, but it's going to be something to remember because I done seen a lot. I'm trying to bring back the integrity. I'm trying to bring back the integrity of lectures. Let me see. Somebody just said something. So Moor is just a term to describe black or heavily melanated people. No, remember what I said. Moor was actually a tribe. It was a tribe that he ran into, the Moori tribe. So it was no different than the tribe of the Igbo. But what would happen throughout I do a whole lecture on Moor one time soon. But what would happen is, is that, man, my phone keep dropping. Hold up, let me bring it up to me. See if I can bring it up. Hold up, family. So what will happen is that Europeans, as they love to do, if I can get my phone, hold up, my phone's slipping. So look, let me just, hold up. I'm gonna get something to stop my phone. 1 second. 1 second, fam. Let me get something. Try to get something to stop my phone real quick. I think I got a stand in the back of my phone. Let me see. All right, here I go. I'm gonna try this again. What's up, brother? How you doing? So look. Hello. How you doing, sis? So look. If I can get something to stop my phone, I can finish talking. My phone be dipping on me. Why you got these pristine clean tables up in here, T-Nat? My phone be sliding up a storm. All right, hold up. See if I can prop it up with this. All right, there we go. Now that joint's still moving. Good night. I know what I'm gonna do. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. What was I saying, Hannibal? What was I saying? I done lost my thought now. What was I saying? I was out here hanging out flyers, so I got some tape in my pocket. What was I saying? Let me see. I got some tape in my pocket. Here we go. All right, we good? I forgot what I was saying at the time. So, oh yeah, I know what I was saying. I was talking with the Moorish tribe. So yeah, so what the Europeans would do is they would paint all of North Africa with a wide brush, and they would call them all Moors. When they took the information back that he ran into the Moorish tribe, what they would do is they would paint the whole North Africa, whether you was Igbo, whether you were Fulani, they just say, oh, those Moors, and Moors mean black. And people begin to run with it. You know what I mean? Why has the MSTV had such a hard time selling its message to the black? No, because the message wasn't a hard sell during the time of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, because it was all factual. The Moorish Science Temple of America was infiltrated during the time of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Okay, let's, man, thank you for your questions, family. So the Moorish Science Temple of America during the time of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, in a short 3 years, came from Prophet Noble Drew Ali standing in the parking lot to over 30,000 people in 3 years. That is not hard sell. But what would happen is the authorities and those who were paid by authorities infiltrated the Moorish Science Temple of America, ultimately murders Prophet Noble Drew Ali, claimed that he dies of tuberculosis, and they continue to control the narrative of the Moorish Science Temple of America even until this day. You understand what I'm saying? Even until this day, the same people that infiltrated the Moorish Science Temple of America and they put all the activism under a cover, they the same people to this day. They still exist till this day. And I got a lecture on that, about the infiltration of the Moorish Science Temple of America. During the time of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, the Moors was active in public. They was active in politics. They was active in economics. They was active in every aspect of our community. When the infiltration happened and Prophet Noble Drew Ali transitioned, the people that infiltrated began to portray themselves as the Moorish Science Temple of America. They still exist to this day. They're not active in politics. They're not active in activism. They're not active in economics. They're not active in socialism. They're not active in advancing the people. They're singing to each other, even until this day. So the message is not the hard to sell, because the message is the message. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason why I think people have been able to resonate with me on Moorish World TV, because the message is the message. But those people that seem to be in control of the message are not kicking the message. They're doing something else. Listen, in the civil rights movement, name one Moor that was in the civil rights movement during the time of Martin Luther King. You can't name one. You know why? Because they took the message of the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and they intentionally kept it from the public. See what this shirt say? Pan-Africanism is Islamism. When you talk about Pan-Africanism, you're talking about a collective of people that is from a common origin working together for a common solution. That's when you talk about, you understand what I'm saying? That's Moorish science. That's Islamism. But when I say this, Pan-Africanism is Islamism, they say, oh no, oh no. So these are the things that I'll be addressing all throughout the summer, all around. I'll be in Detroit. I'll be in Chicago. I'll end up in Chicago. I'll be here in Baltimore tomorrow. You follow me? I'll be at TNAT, right where I'm at right now. I'll be here with all the passion. I'll be here with all the emotion. I'll be here with everything tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming here with my sheep bag tomorrow. You know what I mean? The message of the Moors is not lost. It's the people that is carrying the message that is lost. That's the whole problem. He getting the lesson, big bro. Yeah, little baby, get the lesson. But that's the problem. So tomorrow at 6 o'clock here, family, I'm going to break all of this down. When I say Pan-Africanism is Islamism, it shakes people up. They're not used to that. But let's be clear. Let's be clear. Most people that is talking the talk about Islam, they're using European narratives. They're using European narratives or pale Arab narratives. And then they do the same thing the European oppressor do. They paint it all with a wide brush. You know, one thing that you gotta take note about Europeans during the time of conquest of Africa, they took the risk to go into the continent to figure out what made these people so smart, what made these people so intelligent, what made these people so wise, and how was they able to maintain civilization for thousands, if not millions of years. They took the risk. Soon as you disagree with me about a narrative that I lay down, you want to argue with me. You want to say hi to the people. You can say hi, say hi. You come on, say hi. Hi. See, this is a family atmosphere. Hey, listen, this is a family atmosphere. So bring your family energy. Bring your family energy. Don't bring that energy where you can't ask a question without being angry. Bring your family energy. You know what I mean? Bring that Sporian energy. Bring that energy that we need to to question things to get us to the next step. You understand what I'm saying? Bring that energy. Because listen, Prophet Noble Ali makes a statement that the door of religious freedom swings open and anyone can walk through as they see fit. Now let's take this principal concept, for example. He said, without that, there will be no true search for truth. So let me say this. Without questioning a thing, there can never be a true search for truth. Without questioning what the colonists gave us as Christianity, we could never really quest for truth. Without questioning Islam, whether you agree or disagree, there never could be a question for truth. Without questioning Moorish science, as I teach it, there can never be a quest for truth. And on and on and on. Nation of Islam, Hebrew. But as soon as we question one another, we feel like it's war. When we only trying to get to the truth. We only trying to get to the truth. Yeah, you know, we are, as Dr. Collins said, we're rhythmic people. So because we're rhythmic people, we make jokes along the way. But at that point, we need to be dealing with the science of the higher self and stop being so sensitive. That's what we got to do. When will it get to a point where we can sit down and have a heartfelt debate, and everybody walk away either empowered or walk away and say, I need to study more? When do we get to that point? Because that's where we at now. A lost people, as I said in the title, a lost people will purchase overpriced hope. And that's what you see. When you're looking at this, reparations movement. You know what I'm saying? You look at the reparations movement. Come on, let's be clear. The reparations movement today is a lot of hope. Overpurchased. In other words, people are spending mass amount of energy into something that was created for them when they can create it themselves. I remember talking to, and I'm gonna do this in my next live stream when I talk about the reparations. I remember talking to a few reparationists, and I said, why are you waiting for the European to create a Freedmen's Bureau when you can create it yourself? Why? Somebody black simply get paid, please. Why is somebody, let me see, can I block them? Yeah, I'm gonna block them. Thank you, there you go. Thank you for showing who you are so I can block you. Please show who you are so I can block you. Because this is serious information. But the point that I'm making is when you talk about the Freedmen Bureau, right? The government created the Freedmen Bureau, and, and I think it was 1865. And guess what? They snatched it away just as fast as they put it together. Why can they do that? Because they created it. When you create nothing, when you create something, you decide how far it goes. You decide how to tweak it. You decide how effective it is. But when someone creates something for you, they decide when they can pull the rug from under you. And so it seems as if we didn't learn from yesterday. It seems like we didn't learn from yesterday. He said, what does a Freedmen Bureau mean? Well, back in 1865, when the slaves was theoretically freed, they created Freedmen Bureaus, whereas though the slave could go and get help. The ex-slave could go and get help. They could go and get rations, food. They could go and get assist with housing. They can go and get assist with jobs and contracts and things of that nature. But the racist European, he was so upset that the government was assisting and trying to help the ex-slave that they removed, they shut the Freedmen Bureau down. And so today with reparations in California, one of the things that they got on the ticket is to recreate the Freedmen Bureau in order to not only study reparations, but if it was to come to have them dispensed through the Freedmen Bureau. But the same thing of yesterday was created, it was created by Europeans. How about now? Oh, they don't want the information to get out. They didn't muted me, man. They didn't muted me. How about now? Can you hear me now? Yeah, exactly, sis. Oh, you get me now? So you said, what about the Japanese, the Jews, and all of that? Well, the difference between the Japanese and the Jews is that they organized and they went after reparations. The difference is that Governor Newsom, he created the reparations task force at the request. The Jews, as well as the Japanese, they petitioned for themselves. You see what I'm saying? And then that petition was answered. The difference is that we petition for something that we can do ourselves. We can study reparations ourselves. We don't have to petition the government to study reparations. We can create task force ourselves. See, once the government is in control of creating the task force, they have the ability to control the outcome. When you create the task force yourself, now you can create a legal remedy for yourself. Not like Governor Newsom said that we're going to create the task force, but at the same time, we're not giving off the top. We create the task force, but we're not giving cash payments. That's the difference. That's the difference. He creates the task force in concert with descendants of slaves, but then he emphatically says he's not giving cash payments. That's the difference. The Japanese created their situation for redress. The Jews created their situation for redress. They created a situation for us redress. That's the difference. That's the difference. And that's a testament that shows you that we not free yet, because we still asking to be rubber stamped by somebody else. That's a testament. You know what I mean? That's a true testament that we still feel that someone can free us. When we get to the point, where we know that we can free us, we will start creating things to free us, not petitioning somebody to create something to free us. That's the difference. That's the big difference. That's the major difference. You know what I mean? That shows you how far away we are from freedom. You know what I mean? That shows you how far away we are from freedom as an independent people. I'm going to be here. How long you? I'm going to be here probably another 30, 40 minutes, Doc. Where you at? You supposed to be here. Why you in the live stream, Doc? Nah, you ain't supposed to be here. But listen to what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. It shows you how far away we are from actually being free when people still believe, when people still believe that a Republican is better than a Democrat and a Democrat is better than a Republican, and that you should vote for Trump because Trump is going to do more for you than a Democrat will do because Democrat has always lied to you. Well, family, they are all family. They are all family at the end of the day. Let me show you something. One of the things that I've come to see with politicians, especially European oppressive politicians. And let me tell you something. I don't have a racist bone in my body. Not one. I mean, I don't have a racist bone in my body, but consequently, Europeans have always band together for their elevation and our demise. That's just what history records. And one thing that you will notice about politics as it relates to Europeans, that they both sides have the same goal. You know the saying, they're two wings of the same bird. They both have the same goal, and that goal is to remain dominant and in control, politically, economically, etc. Now, in that goal, they have two different perspectives of maintaining that goal. But when you look at one perspective, you thinking that, oh, this perspective is going to benefit me. No, it's the same variable of the same goal. They're different variables of the same goal. And so that shows you how much further we got to go when we dependent on somebody to do something that we can do for ourselves. That's a testament. You know what I mean? Like if we had like a measuring stick of how far we need to go, all we need to do is look at how dependent we are on the society that we're in. Let's talk about it. Our sewage, we don't control. Our water, we don't control. Our politics, we don't control. Our communities, we don't control. Family, we don't control a whole lot to be talking about liberation, family. We don't control, and many of the reasons, and see, this is the real truth. We don't control a whole lot. You see what I'm saying? We don't control, even this live stream right now could be cut off because I don't have control of a satellite. That shows you how far away we are from liberation. You see what I'm saying? And so when we question each other, we don't have time to fight one another about misinformation, disinformation, and frauds and all that. It's time to sift and see who's the fraud to get them out of there. And when I say get them out of there, just don't deal with them no more. It's not time to get mad at one says, hold up, pay attention to this one. Hold up, this information is wrong. Hold up, this information, somebody asked about, what about the Moors? Why the Moors information is so hard to sell? Somebody can make the argument and say, well, the Moors haven't done nothing. And you use that infiltration as an excuse. You know what I mean? The Moors haven't done nothing. Okay, let's accept that argument. Let's accept that argument on a hypothetical level. The Moors, nothing. I get it. But let's look at the organizations that's been around that you claim have done something. And in reality, when you pull off the glams and glitz, they are just as dependent as anybody else on the system. They also don't control their poop. They're also sewage, yeah. They also don't control their utilities. They also, so in the big scheme of things, we haven't moved an inch towards liberation. And so we have to conclude that most of this stuff is a charade. And that could be the nation, that could be the Hebrew, that could be whatever group you want to name. You say, let's take the argument that, okay, the Moors haven't done nothing. What have the Moors done? And then let's just say I accept that. Forget it. The Moors haven't done nothing. But now, what about the people you say have done something? Pardon me. What about you say the people that have done something? How far have they gotten with independence as a people? Where is the NOI community of NOI, mother, father, child, when they walk out the door and the whole community is Assalamu alaikum? Where is the Hebrew community where, and I'm talking about in America because they do have some offshore, but in America, where the whole community is like a Chinatown? Where's the Moorish community? So when we begin to question things like that, the questioning is good because it allows us to see if we are really moving the meter or are we just sensationalizing our oppression. Many times you will find that most people sensationalize oppression. They sensationalize, oh, the white man, and that's sensationalizing oppression. They ain't really moving. They ain't really moving nothing. And they sensationalize it to draw people in because at the end of the day, they're going to get that bag from the sensationalism. They're going to get that bag from the sensationalism. And I say, and see, when I speak like this, many people will get upset because it's like a raw truth. It's like a raw truth. Like, how far have we really come? Like, we still want to exist. Like, it's okay to exist in a system until you can find your way out the system. But the thing about us, I don't see anybody trying to exit the system. I don't see nobody. Listen, that's supposed to be the ultimate goal of any oppressed people, is to remove themselves from that oppression and learn to be self-sufficient and independent as they were before the oppression. That's the ultimate goal. And so for the people to say that they are about that mission and they have the ability with millions and millions of dollars over the past 50 years, and they haven't put one foot in that direction, what are we listening for? What are we listening to? Is more sovereign law proof of a previous government? A previous government where, my brother? You think there was a Moorish government here? Let me tell you about Moorish law. Moorish law, by these charlatans on the internet, is sensationalizing African traditional laws of tribes. I'm trying to think of the proper word. Moorish law is born out of African tribal and indigenous tribal laws. There is no unique thing about Moorish law. It all comes from our forefathers and foremothers out of ancient Kemet, out of the northwest, southwestern shores of Africa, and the indigenous of America. There is no Moorish unique stuff like that. People be making this stuff up. Everybody depends on the system. Heck, even if you're live or so-called degree, U.S. is still. That's right. That's right. So that's my point, brother. I agree with you. I agree with you. So what I'm saying is, when people make the statement like, so why haven't Moore's message resonated with people? Number one, it's not the Moorish Science Temple of America message. It's not the Moorish Science Temple of America message. Number two, even those that you think that the message has resonated with people, ask yourself, how far have they moved the meter as it relates to the teaching of independence, liberation, in which they talked about? What they did was they made emotional connections with people, and you think that that's more valid than the one that haven't made the emotional connection due to infiltration. But you're looking at the emotional connection that groups have made with people. If you want to see somebody who moved the meter within our community, there's nobody that moved the meter like the civil rights movement. If within the system, there's nobody that moved the meter like the civil rights movement. Nobody like the Southern Christian Leadership Conference with Martin Luther King. There's nobody that moved the meter like them as it relates to being in the system. That's keeping the whole stack. Everybody else has been talking. Listen, at the end of the day, family, we whether it's us or whether it's somebody opposite of us, we're going to have to make a decision. Do we want to be free or do we want to be subjugated? Do we want to be oppressed or do we don't want to be oppressed? It's up to you. And so what I do is I point out the inconsistencies of those that say that they're fighting for freedom. I point out the inconsistencies because we got enough people still crying about the quote unquote white man. We got enough people still crying about what the system done did. We got enough people. You ain't gonna have me that you're not gonna have me on that same rhythm, because I know in reality that we are a part of our own problem. And it's okay to address your own problem. It's okay. If one would come on the internet and use the internet to siphon out the resources for liberation for their own selfish gain, why not we address that on the internet? That only makes sense to me. If you would come to the internet to siphon out the resources that true activists could be using, that true liberators could be using, if you would come to the internet and do that, why wouldn't there be an imposing thought to say, hold up now? Why wouldn't it? It just makes sense. You have night, you have day, you have right, you got wrong, you got up, you got down. Why wouldn't an opposing thought? But you know what the first thing a person say? We should handle this in private. You ain't swindle people in private. You haven't jackleg people in private. You know what I mean? So why should we handle that in private? We should have an intelligent conversation about the legitimacy of anybody that comes in the name of liberation, that comes in the name of black power, that comes in the name of Moorish science or any other thing that's in our community. We should question it. And it should not be a clown question, calling everybody an agent just because we don't agree. No, we should be able to come with receipts, show it to the people. The same way that they swindle people online, we should be able to show it online. And the people that actually supports that, you know, that one that's going to be the whistleblower, they are going to be attacked. And those that can appreciate that, you're supposed to support that person. And I'm just not talking about me. I'm talking about anybody that you consider enlightening and awakening people about the realities of the day. What point does it make enlightening and awakening people about the realities of yesterday without connecting them to today? Now let me rewind a little bit. On Saturday, family, I don't want to talk too much about this lecture. The term Moors comes off ocean societies of indigenous people globally, not land. Well, Todd Simmons, I hear you. I've been a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America of some sort for over 25 years, bro. In fact, I'm not really into debating on the internet right now, but you know what I mean? We can have a discussion about it. The reason why I'm not into debating on the internet because I'm too busy to be preparing a bunch of slides because I'm about to like I say after here I'm planning Detroit, I'm planning Philly, possibly Atlanta, and other cities that will have me, you know, because it's time right now to bring yesterday up to today. I really ain't got the time to give a whole bunch of energy to debate whether more is a sea term, an ocean term, or a land term. I mean, I don't really don't have the time. Yeah, I'm thinking about the A probably in it. What's up, Terrain? Terrain, I was looking at the lecture that you did a few years ago, brother. I think I'm gonna upload that soon on. It's still relevant today. The presentation that you did. But I'm thinking about coming to the A, probably after I hit Ohio. You know what I mean? Probably after I hit Ohio. But this is some raw information, family, and I'm telling you, you definitely going to enjoy it. Let me take y'all a spin around for everybody that's in. So this is where we'll be, family. This is where we'll be at, right here. Temple of New African Thought. You know what I mean? And this is something that's fairly new. Most times when you speak with Moors, now Terrain is in here, so I can't apply this to Terrain L. They sing to the choir, you know, but when you see people like, y'all might don't know Terrain L, but if you go on his IG, he's talking to any and everybody, and he's interacting with any and everybody that he can get the message from or give the message to. And so I don't do a lot of singing to the choir, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be here, right here. You know what I mean? Space is limited, so you might want to pull up, you know what I mean? But it's going to be more chairs than this. We're going to have the tables around the side. There's going to be more chairs than this, you know what I'm saying? So pull up. It's 5225 Harford Road, Baltimore, Maryland. Pull up, and they're going to have the beautiful food up in this joint. I don't want to disturb nobody, but you can come up in here and get the grub. Let me get out the way. Somebody coming in. So food is on deck, family. The most amazing Jamaican American fusion. Food is on deck. The most amazing food. I'm telling you, family. Like, I was gonna get something to eat before I started this live, but I probably wouldn't want to go home and sit back and chill and let it marinate. Let it marinate in my tummy. So family, yeah. So family, if you coming, family, I'm telling you, come in love, family. We gonna have a beautiful time. Oh yeah, I'm gonna start it off with some music. You know, I'm gonna start it off Moorish World TV style. You know what I mean? But I'm looking so much forward, and this is a community center, and this is where the building of the mind starts. You know what I mean? This is a community center. You see what I'm saying? This is a community center. So be a part of the community, you know what I mean? Like we can't be singing. Moors need to stop singing to the choir. Moors always doing stuff, talking to each other, saying the same old stuff to each other, scared to challenge information. Well, I'm not scared to challenge information. I'm going to challenge the information. Hold up. I'm going to challenge the information. I'm trying to wait for Doc to come in. So family, bear with me a little bit. Let me see if I can put this up here. Yeah. So I'm going to try to see. Let me see if I can do this. I'm always having problems setting my phone up, but let me see something. See what I can do. So anyway, let me see. I sit here. Hey, y'all got a lot going on in this place, Doc. Let me see. I'm trying to set my phone up so I can talk to you. Let's see, how can I do it? Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I got something for y'all. Oh yeah, you know I'm coming to Arizona. You know who wanna help me promote Arizona though? I need some promoters out there. If you want me to come to your city, I'm gonna go like this. Here we go. So look, that's better. There we go. So look, if you want me to come to your city, I need you to hit me up at, I'm right in front of the speaker now. You need to hit me up at MWTVupdates@gmail.com. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. I'm waiting on the doc, so let me show y'all where if you coming, right, let me show you what you look for. Let me look for the landmarks. Let me look for the landmarks real quick. If you pulling up, look, if you're gonna pull up, right, listen, you're gonna see Hamilton Avenue, right? See right there? Hamilton Avenue right there. If you pull up, it's 1 block from Hamilton Avenue. And parking is usually street parking right here. It's usually street parking right here, but it's all the way on both sides. But in back of the building, there's also additional parking back here on this road here. Whoa, my bad. There's also additional parking back here. Follow what I'm saying? Additional parking back here. So with that being said, so when you come down, if you're coming from the Beltway though, if you're coming from the Beltway, that's going to be coming from that way. If you're coming from the Beltway gets you right here. So if you're coming from from Philly or something, you probably going to be coming from the Beltway. You feel me? But if you coming from Philly, DC, coming from the Beltway, and what you're going to see is you're going to see them flags, right? The flags right there, the red, black, and green flag. That's the indication you here. Right there. You're going to see the flags. You're going to see the Jamaican flag. You see the red, black, and green American flag, and you here. Diasporian soul, and that's it. You here. You feel me? You feel me? I'm trying to wait. Where Doc at? Savannah, Georgia, love your bill, good brother. Give offering to the ancestors on your travels. Absolutely, absolutely. I'm definitely coming to GA though. I'm definitely coming to GA soon. Although I'm definitely coming to GA soon. Let me get T-Nat sign in the back of me. Promote T-Nat. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for Doc to come through. Oh, this hold up. I promise you that this presentation that I give tomorrow will be like no other. I promise you that this presentation that I give tomorrow here at TNAP will be like no other. I promise you. I promise you that. I promise you that. I'm going to give information that people haven't seen, or people have the information, they'll be able to connect more dots. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be starting soon as the time say, because I need all the time I can get. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna weave this thing together. So I'm gonna be taking you into Africa. I'm gonna bring you up into the Americas, and I'm gonna be talking about the principle of liberation as it relates of the connection through Islam, Pan-Africanism, etc. Yeah. So I'm gonna be talking about the people. I'm gonna be talking about the culture. I'm gonna be talking about the principle, the spirituality. Oh, one thing I'm gonna be touching on is, oh man, the true essence of Islam, where people be thinking that the dress is the Islam or the culture is the, this gonna be something to talk about. This gonna be something to talk about. You ain't gonna forget this if you show up. At the end of the day, it won't be live streamed because it's going to be filmed. It's going to be filmed very, very nicely. And then after the edits is done, and the only edits that's going to be done is just connecting any pauses and stuff like that. None of the information will be altered. You know what I mean? You know, I ain't having that. But yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing y'all in the building on Saturday. Is there a fee? Well, this one there won't be a fee because it's definitely local for me. And there's no need for a fee local at this time. But in the future, there will be fees attached to this. Stuff does take a lot of work. It takes a lot of time, take a lot of research, it take a lot of putting things together. It take family got to sacrifice and all that. So yeah, but nah, at this time, no. At this time, no. But in the future, there will be. There will be. But at this time, no. I want people to, now, if you want to make a donation, that's fine. And I definitely will be asking for those to make a donation if they appreciate, because I do want to take this around the country. You know what I mean? I want to take this around the country, and not necessarily this lecture, but other lectures. But other lectures that I have in my bag that could be critical to our growth and development as a people. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, you know, I know a lot of people get caught up in the sensationalism of Moorish World TV when I go toe-to-toe with them frauds and those people that's trying to swindle our people. But in reality, I have the same passion to awaken people scholastically as I do socially. You know what I mean? Because these are social construct arguments of these swindlers and scammers. You know what I'm saying? So when I do a lecture, I ain't gonna be doing no lecture about the swindlers and scammers. I have documentaries coming out about the swindlers and scammers. I have plenty of documentaries coming soon, because that's what I'm trying to do this production thing for a living. And what I mean for a living is I want to produce some quality documentaries on my research that I've done on these scammers. I got 2 in the bag already that I'll be releasing. I'm just trying to find the proper way to market and release it. I will market for you when you're ready to come to the aid. Yes, indeed, Terrain. Terrain. I'm going to text you when I get off and give you my new number, and we're going to organize that ASAP. I ain't stopping at all. I'm not stopping at all. I'm not stopping at all. And I learned something from 50 Cent too. 50 Cent when what's the name? I think the guy, what was the guy, said he wanted to box 50 Cent, and 50 Cent said if you can get past the security, then hey, it's all good. You know, I've learned a lot in the past few years that, you know, hey, I'm going to just move with security and just teach this lesson, period, point blank. You know what I mean? Because our people are so distraught and so traumatized that they will view me as the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And they will do me no different than they did leaders of the past. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, family, I got to get ready to get out of here because I got to prepare for this. I got to put some finishing touches on this lecture. Also, family, if y'all remember the Divine Tees t-shirts, we'll have Divine Tees t-shirts in the building. We'll have African Center t-shirts. That's another thing. You know, I used to sit back and watch the Side Letter TV, and I used to listen before I started doing live streams. I used to listen to people, and they would be like, the Moors enslaved Africans, the Moors enslaved African. And I used to sit back and I used to be like, that's one of the most silliest things I ever heard in my life. Due to the simple fact that Moors is synonymous with African. Like, and then, you know, even the argument that the Arabs enslaved Africans. I mean, you know that African enslavement was a common thing before it branched out. It was a common thing. So it's like people always, they love to cry the victim instead of trying to find out how we became victimized so it don't happen again. You know what I'm saying? We love to cry victim. You know what I'm saying? It's good to understand how the Arabs, you know what I'm saying? It's good to understand how the Arabs enslaved us. It's good to understand how the Europeans enslaved us. It's good to understand how other groups have enslaved us or how we have enslaved other people. But it's even better to understand how we enslave us. Without us enslaving us, we wouldn't lose the empathy that it would take to allow somebody else to enslave us.
You see what I'm saying? When we look into the eyes of one another and we see a god or goddess, that we wouldn't dare let somebody else enslave us. So it's more important to me to find out, how did we get to the point of us enslaving us, how us abusing us, how us used us. Because you lose your humanity. Once you lose your humanity, then anybody else can come in and abuse and take advantage of you. So I think that's more important. It's good to understand the other stuff, but it's more important is, how did our people lose the humanity to allow a minority group of people come in and enslave the majority of the planet Earth? I think that's more significant than any other study in my book. In my book. You know what I mean? Many of the cries is just sensationalizing the oppression. Many of the cries are. Many of the cries are. Oh, the white man, he enslaved, the Arab enslaved. But hold up. How does it get to that point? Let's get to the root of the problem. And that's one thing about us as a people. In this era of time, when it's talk about getting to the root of the problem, we don't want to do that. We want to deal with the surface-based information. We don't want to go beneath the soil. We don't want to dig beneath the soil. We want the surface. And in this lecture come Saturday, I'm going to be going beneath the soil, family. I'm going to be taking you all the way back, bringing you all the way up. Anybody got any more questions before I get out of here? Family, I just hope I see you on Saturday, if you can make it. This is going to be a real powerful lecture. This is going to be a real powerful lecture. I haven't done a lecture like this in a long time, possibly before COVID. It's going to be a real powerful lecture. I mean, it's going to be a real powerful lecture. And like I said, I'm going all the way back and bringing it all the way back up. You know what I'm saying? That's right. I don't know if I should sell these shirts. They be scared to wear these shirts. Pan-Africanism is Islamism. Yeah, Pan-Africanism is Islamism. That's right. That's right. And you better believe it. You better believe it. Now that statement right there is a statement that Black power groups, Pan-African groups, they don't want to wrap their mind around that. But let me tell you something. We need to open our mind up and be and at least give consideration to challenging thoughts. Because my thoughts are challenging and my thoughts will challenge you. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. So with that being said, family, that better not be doubt. So I got to get out of here. I got to go get prepared, family. I gotta go lift my weights. I don't wear red in Los Angeles, in my Los Angeles neighborhood. You better not. You can't even wear fans in the neighborhood. Oh my goodness. You see what I'm talking about? You see what I'm talking about? Listen, the oppressor have done a job on us in dividing us culturally, dividing us with imaginary lines. And then we take that same principle and divide ourselves with imaginary lines. You know what I mean? I like that old saying that it's the crab in the barrel effect. But have we ever think that the crab shouldn't even be in the barrel? We got to get out this barrel. And that's the bottom line. We got to get out this barrel, family. So I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. I'll be in the building here at TNAT. I'll be in the building here at TNAT. I mean, man. Yo, GS, can I get you to bless one of the instruments? What you want me to bless? You want to bless the drums? Where the drums? Man, why you think I can play instruments? You think I'm a hotepper now, don't you? You think I'm a hotepper? I know you do. Nah, family, they run a business here. I don't see the beat. Like we in the go-go. You hit it. What Terry Williams say? Let me see. I miss somebody. Now I need some of them GS bars. Oh, I'm going to spit some. I'm going to spit some bars when I open up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go live when I open up. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm gonna go live when I open up. I can't spit the bars right now. They got people. They got people running in, grabbing lunch right now. So I don't want to turn up too much. You know what I mean? They gonna put me out, man. They gonna put me out. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to get put out. Yeah, but how much for a future, man? You gatekeeping the greatness. The real two spot. They said lunch is 4 p.m. Man, we eat, man, this the East Coast. We eat all day. We eat all day. That's right. We eat all day here. That's right. You ain't never been on the East Coast? Hey, listen. You know the people in Mauritania, they like the big women, right? They like the big women in Mauritania. It's a culture. You know what I mean? I'll be talking about that in the lecture too. It's a culture. I think we got a lot of Mauritanians up in here. The old ones. I mean, they just eat before the wedding. Yeah, we eat all day. Look at that. Now, I think I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty good. I've been doing. I mean, I think. Hey, we eat all. Family, this lecture is gonna be amazing. But with that being said, I gotta go grab my son, Taji. Let me tell you, family. I'm having such a proud moment, right? My son Taji. Anybody remember Taji? Anybody remember Taji? I'm having such a proud moment, man. Taji get on my nerves sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You know how children do. They get on your nerves sometimes. But I'm having such a proud moment right now. Taji has been accepted in one of the most esteemed high school on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Out of his whole class, 2 people has been accepted into Poly. It's Polytechnical Institute for Engineering. And yes, you got to be tested in and all of that. He tested high, and so he going for engineering. But man, Taji is he really impressed me. He really impressed me with how he's developing, how he's developed. And anybody that know, I'm gonna put a video about anybody that remember Taji. Taji used to be little, just sitting beside me on my show, little. And he's 14, he's going on 14, got his little friends now. And you know what I mean, got his own mind now. You know what I mean? The real Too Smart. If the song is right, I'll throw some bars on it. If the beat is right, I'll definitely throw some bars on it. But go to MWTv updates. MWTv updates at gmail.com. MWTv updates. What's up, brother? Nah. MWTv updates at gmail.com. You got that? Somebody type that in for me. Somebody type that in. There you go. MWTv updates at gmail.com. Let me hold on. All right. So yeah. So listen, family. With that being said, bro, send that beat in. I'm gonna check it out. Send me a couple of them. Don't send me one. Yeah, don't send me just one. Send me a couple of them. See, I've been here trying to wait on that. I've been trying to wait on Doc. Doc, taking too long. Like, what time is it? I gotta get out of here. I sent you a folder with him. You already sent them, bro? You know I get busy, you know what I mean? You can't get mad because I get busy. You know what I mean? Yeah, terrible. Yeah. I'm having a proud moment. I'm having a proud moment all this week. I'm gonna post some pictures soon.
Yeah, it'll be right over there too.
Okay. Sean. I'm about to get out of here, family. I didn't took up much time with T-Nat now. I see y'all tomorrow. I'll be in here running my mouth again, but this time I'm bringing all receipts. You follow me? Peace and love.